So, you're thinking about getting into data science, right? It's a huge deal right now, probably one of the hottest careers out there. And guess what? Over the next few minutes, we're going to lay out the exact roadmap to get you started. Ready? Let's dive in.
I mean, what if you could build a career that's not just safe for today, but is actually future-proof? A career that's literally shaping what comes next. Well, that's exactly what data science is all about. And we're going to show you how to get there, one step at a time.
And look, we're going to keep this simple. In the next 5 minutes, I promise, you'll have a complete, beginner-friendly roadmap to start your own data science journey. No complicated stuff, just a straight path forward.
Okay, so first things first. What is data science really? Let's break down what we're actually talking about and why it's such a big opportunity right now.
Now, don't let the name data science scare you off. At its heart, it's pretty simple. It's all about taking messy, raw data and turning it into clear insights that help companies make smarter decisions. Basically, it's about helping businesses stop guessing and start knowing.
The best way to think about a data scientist? They're like a bridge, or maybe a translator. They connect all this raw data to real-world business decisions. To do that, they use a mix of tools, right? You've got your statistics, some Python programming, a bit of data visualization, the basics of machine learning, and, this is key, a good understanding of the business itself. They're the ones who find the stories hidden in the numbers.
So why would you want to be that bridge? Well, the perks are pretty awesome. We're talking high demand, which means companies are practically lining up to hire people with these skills. That leads to high salaries and, of course, amazing job security. It's a really solid career choice. And this brings me to a really important point. This career is seriously future-proof. You know how everyone's talking about AI and automation taking jobs? Well, data science is the field that guides them. Data scientists are the ones teaching the AI, training the models. You're not competing with the robots. You're basically their boss.
Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking, this all sounds amazing, but is it really for me? Do I have to be some kind of math wizard? Let's tackle that right now.
Here's the best part. This field is way more open than you might think. It doesn't matter if you're a student from any field, a professional looking to switch things up, or even if you have a non-tech background. There's a path for you. Sure, having a background in something like math or computer science can be helpful, but it is absolutely not a requirement to get started. And this, right here, this is probably the most important thing to remember. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about consistency. It's about showing up, even for just 30 or 60 minutes a day, and putting in the work. That is the real secret ingredient.
All right, you ready? This is the main event. Let's get into the step-by-step guide, your personal roadmap to building these skills from scratch.
So here it is, your 8-step journey. First, you build the foundation. That means learning the basics of Python, getting comfortable with some stats and math. Next, you learn how to actually work with data, visualizing it to spot patterns and, super importantly, cleaning it up. Then we get to the really cool stuff, the basics of machine learning. And finally, and listen, this is the most critical part, you have to prove you can do it. That means building projects, creating a portfolio, and then, you start applying for those jobs.
I want to pause on step 4 for a second, data cleaning. It might not sound like the most glamorous part of the job, but let me tell you, people in the industry say this is like 60% of the actual work. If you can master how to handle messy, real-world data, you're going to be a superstar. It's a skill that gets you hired, for sure.
Okay, now let's talk about step 6, because this is where everything comes together. Building real projects is everything. Why? Because projects are what gets you jobs. You can start with some classic ones, like building a model to predict sales, or analyzing customer sentiment from reviews. This hands-on experience is what you're going to talk about in your job interviews. It's your proof.
So you've followed the roadmap, you've built your projects. What happens next? What does launching your career and actually growing in this field look like?
The potential for growth here is just fantastic. You might start out as a data analyst or a junior data scientist, but from there, the path up is clear and can be pretty fast. You can move into more specialized roles like an ML engineer, become a senior data scientist, and eventually, you could even be leading the entire data strategy for a company as a chief data officer. The sky's the limit, really.
So what about the long game? Is this just a hot trend right now, or is data science really here to stay?
Oh, it's here to stay. The future is incredibly strong. Just think about it. The amount of data in the world is exploding every single day.
Companies are relying more and more on analytics to make decisions. And every huge tech trend you can think of, AI, automation, they all run on data. On top of that, issues like data privacy are becoming essential. All of these things mean this career isn't going anywhere.
So when it all comes down to it, it's really about this. If you're the kind of person who just loves solving problems, who likes digging into data to find answers, and who gets a kick out of making things work smarter, then yeah, data science is an absolutely excellent career choice for you.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. We've laid out the roadmap, but now the journey is all yours. So I'm curious, what part of this data science journey are you most excited about? Let us know down in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.